Good day, little robins, it's me Beth. I'm back with another track review because yes, another band has dropped a single. These should come as no surprise, I've been doing a lot of them recently. The band in question is PVRIS, the single is called Heaven, and it's off their upcoming sophomore album, All We Know of Heaven, All We Need of Hell, which releases on August, and I could not be more excited. I tuned into the rock show on BBC Radio 1 where they debuted the song and I was like, holy damn, it's a good song, so why not review it? They dropped a music video which was, equally, oh damn, PVRIS are back. Before we start this video, if you want to subscribe. If you want to subscribe. If you want to support the channel, click like. Also subscribe again, that was a bit of word vomit. Let's just start this PVRIS track review. PVRIS are back, and damn, they decided, to come back swinging with this song and equally dramatic music video, which clearly shows the band's evolution, since the White Noise era. I'm not knocking White Noise because it's probably one of my favourite debut albums from a band, but their new sophomore album, All We Know of Heaven, All We Need of Hell, I am stoked, to listen to it. I'm not, counting that annoying deluxe album, which we all assumed, would be new music, and we only got, 3 new songs, which really annoyed me, even though I did buy those 3 songs. And PVRIS have, relit my current love of music, since some of my favourite bands have been releasing dreadful singles and music videos. PVRIS have come back in, they've sweeped in, and they've saved the day, and they're making me enjoy music again. It's safe to say that PVRIS know who they are and what they want to be as a band. They are the kings and queen of, dark, beautiful and sometimes thought-provoking songs that make you think, and this song, is no exception to that rule. Lynn's vocals, have somehow matured, they're on a whole new level in this song, and she's very attractive. She's one of my girl crushes. I've mentioned that in, other videos. Brian and Alex, they're both looking very suave and dapper also in the music video, but I also wonder how many times they had to shoot the scenes, with Lynn and the jackets, in case anything, got exposed on the top area, because unless that thing was taped down, that jacket should have been flapping around like there was no tomorrow. This is going to sound really dark, but my favourite bit of the song is when the cloaked figures come in and, quite literally take the band's heaven away because they get murdered one by one. Lynn gets killed in a bedroom, Alex, either chokes or has his food poisoned, and Brian gets suffocated with a bag around the head, because there's nothing like a lead single, a lead music video to like a sophomore album where you kill off all the band members. Although, in probably typical, PVRIS fashion, when we get the album, or, when more songs are released, there'll be some deeper meaning, or, some, thoughts we were meant to have for the song, but that won't be, found out until later, which I love. PVRIS always leave you, guessing. They always leave you wanting more. There's always going to be a story. They are great storytellers. The White Noise album, was an example of that. I love that story. As a storyteller, if a band, has a good story, they've got me hooked. As a long-term PVRIS fan, I am beyond, happy that, they decided to stick to their roots. PVRIS are a band, that know how to use electronic really well, unlike, I'm not going to name other bands who, overuse it to sound mainstream and poppy. Electronic is like PVRIS's sound, and they stuck to it, which is why, I've already pre-ordered the album, All We Know of Heaven, All We Need of Hell. That title's going to take me like a while to, get in my head, because it reminds me of, the Bring Me the Horizon album, that also had like Heaven and Hell in the title, that really long Bring Me the Horizon album title. I'm not going to even try. The album is dropped on the 4th of August, and I cannot wait, to get my hands on it, listen to the songs and, become obsessed with PVRIS again. I really hope at some point I get to see PVRIS live, because I've heard they put on a good show. But if this single and lead video is anything to go by, PVRIS are back, and it's safe to say that All We Know of Heaven, All We Need of Hell is definitely up there as one of my most anticipated albums of 2017. I know I think I said that with, While She Sleeps, You Are We, when I did that album review, but I can have more than one highly anticipated album, and PVRIS, you're looking like you're taking that #1 spot. If I had to give, this song a rating out of 5, I am giving Heaven a 5, because not just because I'm a fan of PVRIS, but it's a good song, the lyrics, great lyrics, great sound. I'm happy, the band's back. I love their new look. I just love anything dark in general, so that's why they get a 5. And yeah, in the comments below, I would love to hear, your guys' thought, not just on PVRIS, their evolution, but your thoughts on the song, the music video, and your thoughts on their upcoming sophomore album, because the sophomore album can sometimes trip up a band, but we'll just have to wait and see where PVRIS go. So there we have it, guys and girls. That was just my quick track review of Heaven by PVRIS. I hope you learned something about me and my music tastes. Woo, check out all my social media in the description box below, because why the hell not? You can click that like button if you like the video. You can click my face right here to subscribe to the channel. You can check out my last 2 videos or even a playlist right here, depends what mood I'm in when I'm editing. Until next week, I'm Beth. Goodbye.